Superman official trailer, directed by James Gunn. Well, I'm very excited for this film, as probably everyone. I did love that first trailer a lot, but the second sneak peek that we got from CinemaCon, I did feel a little uneasy. It kind of reminded me of the fear I have of the fact that James Gunn is directing this, because I didn't want this to be freaking Guardians 2.0, you know? I personally am not the biggest Guardians fan. It's just not my thing. I've always been slightly worried that he was the one doing this, you know. But that first trailer really sold me. But the sneak peek kind of reminded me of the comedy, the silliness, and there's nothing wrong with there being comedy in Superman, with it being pretty light. But I don't know. I think it just felt awkward to me, that trailer, that sneak peek. But I'm also a big advocate or a big believer in waiting for things to be in context. Honestly, my excitement hasn't been swayed. It just reminded me of that fact. So we'll see what we get in this trailer. I hope we get a lot of dialogue. I hope we really get an impression of the film, see what it's about, and yeah, let's check it out.
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah,
You'd let me interview you as Superman.
sure.
Classic.
Ready?
Let's do it, Cronkite.
Superman.
Miss Lane.
Recently, you've come under a lot of fire for
I
what
know,
some
it's a
might.
lot of
It's
fire.
Love
a
that.
lot. Today, the Secretary of Defense said he was going to look into your actions.
There he
That's
is.
funny.
My actions? I stopped a war.
Maybe.
Not maybe. I did.
In effect, you illegally entered a country.
This is how you're gonna be?
I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman. Did you consult with the president?
No.
You seemingly acting as a representative of
I
the
wasn't
United States will
representing
cause
anybody
more
except for me.
problems around the
And,
world.
and,
More.
and doing good.
I would question myself in the same situation and consider the consequences.
People were going to die. Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Oh shoot! Inside the fortress.
Choices. Your actions. That's what makes you who you are.
Superman. He's not a man. He's an it. He's somehow become the focal point of the entire world's conversation. I will not accept that.
I cleaned your boots. I'll go get them for you.
You have a dog?
I'm sold. I'm sold. All right, let's watch it again. Damn. Yeah, dude, it's getting me, man. It's really getting me.
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah.
I love the interview aspect
You'd
of
let
it all.
me interview you as Superman.
That's such a classic thing in the Superman Lois lore. And I love
Let's
I
do it,
love that
Cronkite.
she's pushing him and she's asking those very
Superman.
realistic
Miss
questions.
Lane.
And I love how Superman's handling it, you know?
Recently, you've come under a lot of fire for
I
what
know,
some
it's a
might.
lot of
It's
fire,
a
but-
lot. Today, the Secretary of Defense said he was going to look into your actions. That's funny.
My actions? I stopped a war.
Maybe.
Not maybe. I did.
In effect, you illegally entered a country.
This is how you're gonna be?
I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman. Did you consult with the president?
Freaking Lex.
No.
You
I'm
see
loving
me
Lex so
acting as
far,
a
dude.
Representative of
I
the
wasn't
United States
representing
because
anybody
more
except for me.
problems around the
And,
world
and,
war.
and doing good.
I would question myself in the same situation and consider the consequences.
People
That looks
are
awesome.
going to die.
The theme music, dude. Oh god, the music's so
Hey,
powerful.
buddy. Eyes up here.
Your choices. Your actions. That's what makes you who you are.
Superman. He's not a man. He's an it.
Love that line.
He's somehow become the focal point of the entire world's conversation.
So Lex, I love it.
I will not accept that.
I cleaned your boots. I'll go get them for you.
Oh man. Damn, dude, this looks freaking good. It really, I mean, yeah, this was a great tease or a great trailer. Like, I got a lot from it. But man, like, I'm just so. Anyways, I'll dig deeper later. Yeah, I mean, I really loved it. I think, I mean, I kind of said all my thoughts during that second time around, you know, but it really just feels right, you know, to me, from my limited knowledge of Superman lore and DC knowledge from like cartoons and whatnot. This just seems right. Yeah, I just can't wait. I feel all those emotions you're supposed to feel. I get all the impressions I want to get from a trailer, from a Superman story. This conflict, you could just tell how the major idea is gonna be doing the right thing, and what does that really mean? You know, like perspective versus like a morally right thing. And Superman, of course, should always do the morally right thing, not the political right thing. And I like that. That's very much what's happening here, and that's touched on in the Snyder films, and that's still present here. And I like that. That's the integrity of the character, you know. Even though Superman represents America, he doesn't represent a current ideology should think what America should be. It's the essence, truth, justice, and the American way, as Christopher Reeve Superman says. I love what this trailer is saying. I love what it's doing. I love what the story is. The comedy is not really present. It's the perfect tone. I wonder if they're hiding it. You know, I've heard, you know, for those of us who are very much in the nerd world, very much a part of like the Hollywood conversations, there has been some rumors and leaks of a lot of Warner Brothers representatives not loving how much humor there is here, and they're nervous about that. And you know, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't care what some exec says, but if like everyone is saying like there's so much comedy, it's so silly, and they're hiding it, like that's not gonna play well in the film, you know, because the trailers don't really show that. The trailers stay focused on the emotion, the heart, which is good, you know. But I want these trailers to be a real representation of the film, because if this is what we're gonna get, like I'm gonna love this movie. But if they're hiding all this humor, if they're hiding some other crap, then it's gonna hit you like a train, and I'm not gonna like that, you know. So I'm very much treating everything on face value, what they're showing me, you know. I'm trying not to focus too much on like leaks and all that crap. So based off of this, I love it. I'm sold. This elevated my excitement, which is freaking great, you know. Because yeah, I don't want to walk away from every trailer feeling like, yeah, I'm still excited for this. Like, I wanted to be building and building for July, you know? Let me know your thoughts on the trailer, on Superman, James Gunn's take, all of it. Yeah, thanks for watching.